What is going on, Nexus crew? Get ready to have your minds blown because the gaming world is absolutely on fire today, and we've got the hottest, most critical updates you need to know. The pace of news is insane, and if you blink, you'll miss it. We're diving deep into massive studio shakeups, exciting new game announcements, and even some surprising hardware changes that could affect your gaming experience. This is not a drill. These are the stories that will define what's next. You do not want to be left behind. Let's get straight into it. First up, a major development is shaking the foundations of a highly anticipated live service title. We've got a key departure from the studio, sparking questions about the game's future and its ambitious goals. This is a massive story that could have ripple effects across the industry. Then, get ready for some high-octane action as a legendary franchise makes its triumphant return to the PS5. We're talking about a brand new installment that promises to deliver that classic thrill you crave, and it's coming sooner than you think. But wait, there's more. We're also diving into a co-op roguelite FPS that's blasting onto consoles, bringing intense firefights and endless replayability. Prepare for a challenge that will test your skills and your team coordination to the absolute limit. And finally, a quiet but potentially significant change is reportedly happening with the PS5 itself. We're talking about a potential hardware tweak that could impact storage for a massive number of players. Is this a sign of things to come? We've got all the details you need to stay ahead of the curve. Don't miss a single second of this action-packed update. Hit that like button, subscribe to PS5 Nexus, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Studio Shakeup rocks anticipated live service game. The ambitious live service game Fairgame, slated for release on PS5 and PC, is facing significant internal turmoil with the departure of its game director, Daniel Drapeau. This marks another high-profile exit from developer Haven Studios, following the earlier departure of founder Jade Raymond in May. The news comes at a critical juncture for Fairgame, which was reportedly delayed to 2026 after an earlier playtest yielded unfavorable results. Drapeau's move to WB Games Montreal as a creative director for an unannounced project, as revealed on LinkedIn, adds another layer of uncertainty to Fairgame's development trajectory. Drapeau is a seasoned veteran of the video game industry, with a career spanning nearly 2 decades. His experience includes roles at VMC and Odd One, before a significant tenure at Ubisoft, where he progressed from game designer to lead game designer on the highly successful Rainbow Six Siege. He later moved to Eidos Montreal to work on Shadow of the Tomb Raider before returning to Ubisoft and eventually joining Haven Studios in 2021. His expertise in game design and development, particularly in live service and competitive titles, makes his departure a notable loss for the Fairgame project. The future of Fairgame has been a topic of discussion, especially in light of Sony's broader strategy for live service games. Initially, Sony aimed to release 12 live service titles, but this ambition was scaled back in May 2023, with a shift in focus towards quality over quantity. This pivot led to the cancellation of Naughty Dog's The Last of Us multiplayer game. Despite these challenges, Sony found considerable success with Helldivers 2, which became a major hit. However, the recent closure of Firewalk Studios after the underperformance of Conquered, and the cancellation of other live service projects like a God of War title and one from Ben Studio, highlight the volatile nature of this market segment for PlayStation. Former PlayStation boss Shuhei Yoshida even expressed skepticism about the chances of success in the live service space, suggesting he would have resisted the push if he had remained in his role. Fairgame itself is described as a cooperative experience where players target billionaires hoarding wealth and power, embodying a modern-day Robin Hood. The game aims to offer players the thrill of infiltrating opulent locations, collecting loot, and uncovering the schemes of the ultra-rich. With its revised target of spring 2026, Fairgame is now positioned in a competitive release window, potentially alongside other major titles like GTA 6. Sony is reportedly implementing new structures to improve the quality and delivery of its live service games, especially following the Conquered incident. The success of projects like Bungie's Marathon, also facing development hurdles, will be crucial in shaping Sony's live service future. Audience impact. The departure of a key director and the reported delay to 2026 have fueled community discussions about the viability and direction of Fairgame Dollar, with many expressing concern given Sony's recent struggles in the live service arena. Will this exodus signal further trouble for the ambitious project? Stay tuned as we break down the latest on this developing story. James Bond makes a splash on PS5 with 007 First Light. Fans of the iconic secret Agent James Bond have reason to celebrate as IO Interactive has officially announced that 7 First Light will be making its debut on the PlayStation 5. Revealed during a dedicated State of Play showcase, the game is slated for a March 27, 2026 release, with pre-orders expected to become available shortly after the announcement. This marks a significant return for the beloved franchise to the PlayStation platform, promising a fresh adventure for players eager to step into the shoes of Agent 7. The State of Play presentation offered viewers a glimpse into the upcoming title, featuring footage from 2 distinct missions that showcase the game's potential. For those who choose to pre-order the game, IO Interactive is offering an enticing deluxe edition upgrade. This premium version will include a quartet of bonus outfits for players to customize their Agent 7, an exclusive weapon skin that adds a touch of flair to their arsenal, and the coveted Gleaming Pack. These bonuses are designed to enhance the player's initial experience and provide additional cosmetic options right from the start. While specific gameplay mechanics and narrative details are still emerging, the announcement has generated considerable excitement within the gaming community. The inclusion of pre-order bonuses and a deluxe edition suggests a comprehensive offering aimed at engaging both longtime fans and newcomers to the James Bond gaming universe. The success of previous Bond games has often hinged on capturing the essence of the films, the sophisticated espionage, thrilling action sequences, and charismatic portrayal of the titular spy. IO Interactive, known for its work on the Hitman series, has a proven track record of delivering engaging stealth and action gameplay, leading to high expectations for 007 First Light. The anticipation is palpable as players await further details on how this new installment will interpret the legendary character and his world. The release date of March 27, 2026, places 007 First Light in a competitive gaming landscape, but also allows ample time for marketing and community engagement leading up to its launch. The State of Play showcase served as a crucial platform to build momentum, and the subsequent availability of pre-orders will be a key indicator of initial player interest. The gaming world will be watching closely to see how IO Interactive translates the enduring appeal of James Bond into a compelling interactive experience on the PlayStation 5, aiming to deliver a title that lives up to the legacy of one of the most famous fictional characters in history. Audience impact. Fans are buzzing with anticipation for the return of James Bond to PlayStation, with many eager to secure the deluxe edition and dive into the espionage-filled world. Get ready to embrace the thrill of espionage and high-stakes action. Next, we're diving into a different kind of adrenaline rush with a co-op roguelite FPS that's hitting consoles. Space Station Overrun, co-op roguelite FPS Deadzone, Rogue launches on consoles. The unforgiving expanse of space has become a battleground as the new fast-paced roguelite FPS, Deadzone, Rogue, has officially launched on Xbox Series XS and PlayStation 5. Developed by Prophecy Games, this title throws players into the heart of the ISSX, a research station that has fallen victim to a devastating uprising of rogue machines. Players are tasked with venturing into this perilous dead zone, either solo or as part of a squad of up to 3 friends in online co-op, to combat the metallic horde and complete their mission. Deadzone, Rogue emphasizes a core loop of fight, die, revive, repeat, characteristic of the roguelite genre. The game challenges players to grow stronger through repeated failures, equipping them with an arsenal of over 30 elemental weapons that can be upgraded. The game world is designed as an ever-changing labyrinth, ensuring that each playthrough offers a fresh and unpredictable experience. Players can tailor their approach to combat, whether they prefer long-range sniping, stealthy close-quarters takedowns, or aggressive melee assaults. This focus on player choice and adaptability is central to surviving the relentless onslaught of machines. The narrative unfolds aboard the ISSX, where players must navigate the chaos and confront powerful bosses. The progression system is deeply integrated into the roguelite mechanics, allowing players to enhance their builds with a variety of augments, rare gear, and potent upgrades after each run. This continuous cycle of improvement, fueled by the knowledge gained from previous attempts, is key to overcoming the escalating challenges. The game's design encourages experimentation with different weapon combinations and augmentations to create unique and effective playstyles, making each death a stepping stone toward eventual success. Deadzone, Rogue is positioned as a must-play for fans of high-octane, cooperative first-person shooter experiences. The availability of both standard and deluxe editions caters to different player preferences, with the deluxe edition offering additional content for those seeking an expanded experience. The game's commitment to fast-paced action, strategic depth through its roguelite elements, and cooperative gameplay makes it a compelling addition to the console gaming library. As players venture into the Deadzone, they are not just fighting machines. They are testing their resilience, adaptability, and teamwork against the ultimate challenge. Audience impact. Enthusiasts of fast-paced shooters and roguelite mechanics are flocking to Deadzone, Rogue, praising its challenging gameplay and cooperative potential. Prepare to face the metallic menace and emerge victorious. Next, we're looking at a potential change that might quietly affect your PlayStation 5 hardware. Sony reportedly downgrades PS5 Digital Edition storage in Europe. In a move that could impact new console purchases, Sony is reportedly planning a quiet reduction in the SSD storage capacity for the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition consoles sold in Europe. According to insider information from the usually reliable source Bilbilcon, starting this month, the disk drive-less version of the PS5 will ship with 825 GB of SSD storage, a decrease from the 1 TB offered in current models. This revised digital edition is expected to go on sale in Europe on September 13th, maintaining the same retail price of €499 as the current 1 TB model. This potential storage downgrade comes amidst a challenging global economic climate, which has already led to price increases for the PS5 Digital Edition in Europe. The console's price has reportedly risen twice, with the latest increase occurring earlier this year, making it €100 more expensive than at its initial launch. While the standard PS5 console with a disk drive is expected to retain its 1 TB of storage for the time being, this change for the digital version could be a cost-saving measure by Sony to mitigate further price hikes or maintain profitability in a fluctuating market. There is currently no indication that this storage reduction will affect consoles sold outside of Europe. The PlayStation 5 is the latest piece of consumer technology to be affected by these global economic pressures. Sony previously increased PS5 prices in several regions, including the UK, Europe, Australia, Japan, China, Mexico, and Canada, in August 2022, though the United States was not affected. Further price adjustments were made in multiple regions in 2025. This trend is not unique to Sony, as Nintendo also recently raised the prices of its original Nintendo Switch hardware in the US, citing market conditions and trade tariff decisions. The implications of this storage reduction are significant for consumers, particularly those who rely on digital downloads. With game file sizes continuing to grow, a reduction of nearly 200 GB could necessitate more frequent management of installed titles, requiring players to uninstall and reinstall games more often. This decision raises questions about Sony's strategy for its digital-first offerings and how it balances hardware costs with consumer expectations for storage capacity. As the gaming industry navigates these economic headwinds, such adjustments could become more common across various hardware platforms. Audience impact. This reported storage reduction has sparked concern among European gamers, who fear less storage for their digital game libraries and question the value proposition of the digital edition. Will this be the new standard for digital consoles, or a temporary measure? Stay tuned for more updates as we track these significant developments in the gaming world. And that's a wrap on today's News Blitz. We saw a major shakeup at Fairgame Dollar, the exciting return of James Bond with 7 First Light, the intense co-op action of Deadzone, Rogue, and a potential storage downgrade for the PS5 Digital Edition. If you loved this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe to PS5 Nexus for all your gaming news, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Plus, let us know in the comments which story you're most excited about, and follow us on social media for even more gaming content.